Well, he's a cutie pie. I might put him in Potomac. Okay, yes. Yeah, he can come right on to Potomac. Oh.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Richie Scott. We're back with another video. As you guys can see, I still have my guest co-host Riley Knox with me. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We almost look like we're the same height. Almost.
We are the same height. How are you gonna tell people that?
I'm breaking the fourth wall like they did on Real Housewives of Potomac last night. Boom. Okay, first off, that's what we discussing. We talking about Katie being gone girl in the Caymans, okay? We're gonna break down this whole situation with Ashley versus Karen, and we're gonna tell you whose side we on, or at least I will. She know these people, so she can't really say too much. But I can give y'all everything that I think. But first, before we get into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell button so you don't miss a single drip drop of what we got going on here. Make sure to follow Miss Riley Knox as well. You can find her latest video down in the description of this video. What was your last video?
It was a question and answer, but there's some stuff coming probably today or tomorrow.
From your VMAs
From my
stuff like
VMAs
that?
with
Okay.
Taylor, yeah.
Perfect. So make sure you guys are following her on her Instagram as well as her YouTube. And both of them are at Riley Knox. Now let's get into it, okay? So first things first, Katie is gone. Okay? She gone. Listen, I wasn't really shocked that she decided to leave, especially I hated what Ashley said to her in that last episode where she told her she was not mentally fit enough to be with that group.
Yeah, and Karen's like, my heart just broke when she said that.
Yeah, and so when
she's like, maybe I'm not. You're right.
It was a huge moment. Yeah. But I also think that this is why I wish she was almost a cast member this season, or at least that she got confessionals, because
right?
then we could have really gotten a better sense of exactly what she was feeling, because I felt like the moment was so good as a viewer. I just got to say that, and I'm sure it was hard for her, but it would have been nice to see how she felt about that in that moment, because we didn't get that.
Yeah, and I feel like there's more to the story, you know, and from her perspective. And I just feel like she wasn't given that opportunity. What
I do appreciate, though, is that while she wasn't able to talk about what was going on with her custody case, the other wives could talk about it, right? Yeah. So it's like she can't say it, but at least they could speak for her to a certain degree and let the audience know that there was a larger issue at play. If you don't follow her on social media, you definitely would know if you did, because she's been very vocal about it on, you know, her Instagram as well as her interviews and stuff like that. So, you know, we got to shout out to Katie. I do agree with Karen. I felt like what Ashley said to her was inhumane.
Yeah.
Remember when they told her she was missing?
It was very insensitive and what was going on. And it's so funny because I don't know if Candiace meant this way, but the way she looked at Ashley when they found out, it was like,
it was you.
Like, it was your fault.
And I agree. Okay, so Gizelle is on a full-on manhunt. And she's about to go stalking the beaches looking for
in her bomber jacket. Like, where's Katie in her bomber jacket and scarf?
Clearly, in my mind, when they went to go look for her the night before, if she was dressed in her bomber jacket and she was not letting them in the room, that was probably, in my mind, honestly, the cue. She about to leave.
Yeah, but I don't think they really thought about it because Katie was dressing weird at the time, and they probably just thought, well, she's just being quirky and she wasn't feeling good. Maybe she was cold.
Airport attire.
It was very airport. She had a scarf and everything.
Okay, she was ready to get on that cold plane.
And it was hot where they were, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then it was this whole dramatic buildup of us getting to the point where now the producers are in the shot, the security personnel is in the shot, and they letting us know that Miss Katie is gone.
Yes. Katie's gone and she ain't coming back.
She is gone with the wind, okay? Out. And I can't say that I blame her.
But how shady is it of the producers to let these people just frantically go looking for her? And they knew where she was. They're like, well, it makes for a good story, so let's just stay out of it. Even though they knew where she was. I mean, it's like, finally, do you know? They're like, yeah, we know.
I would do it too. No shade. No shade. Okay, so Katie gone as we suspected, and she gone, and at this point, she's gone and pregnant. Boom. I would have liked to see more about that. Now, this was the most epic read ever, okay? The ladies are headed to go horseback riding on the beach, right? And so Ashley is refusing to ride the horse because she says, and I quote, because she doesn't agree with using animals for pleasure. And so Gizelle says,
what about eating kangaroo? And then, oh my God,
and then Candiace had the second best read when she said she is falling out in her confessional, and she basically says, listen, okay, nobody eating no kangaroo, and nobody's going to Oz.
That was just too funny to me. Like, oh my God.
I low-key would try some kangaroo, because I'm always hungry.
Well, I don't eat meat, so I won't be trying kangaroo.
But I do. So I'll eat hers too. But we can't go because it's gone. Wait, is it gone or is it they just sell it?
I think they closed it. I'm not sure. But I think it comes out later.
Here I am in DC and I can't even go get no kangaroo. Okay, so anyway, to get to the horses, Gizelle cannot handle the stallion. Wink. Her horse is peeing and moving about and shucking and driving.
I'm surprised that horses can get that low.
And twerking and all kinds of other things, huh?
Horses in water, like that low, I would think they would be scared.
I didn't know they could do that either.
They were almost like up to here in water.
Because when I was watching Lord of the Rings, the horses did not get in the water.
Oh. It's Lord of the Rings.
I don't know. I thought it was
Lord of the Rings, Potomac, Housewives. Not the same thing.
I thought it was real. Meanwhile, then there's a discussion about Chris Bassett still wearing condoms, and I was like,
I think she really just does not want to get pregnant. And it's like,
oh, okay.
But I don't know that I could be married and use a condom with my husband. I don't think I could do that. I don't know.
Listen, I feel like you married them condoms and you're thrown out the window. But at the end of the day, maybe she doesn't. And also too, I feel like some women have adverse reactions to being on different types of birth control. So maybe she's just avoiding that.
Maybe.
Okay. So there's that. So then at dinner, Gizelle basically says that she does not appreciate Karen going so hard on Ashley about the whole Katie situation. Well, basically Karen saying that what Ashley said was inhumane. And I was looking like, and then Gizelle went on to blame Karen specifically for not doing more. I don't know what she was supposed to do after she saw Katie in her bomber jacket.
Like she could stop the girl from being like.
They didn't even. First of all, they didn't know. Now I would have known that she was about to go because she had on her airport
jacket on.
But at the end of the day, it's like she's a grown woman. She can do what she want to do.
And Katie's quirky, so I wouldn't have just thought like, oh, she has on a jacket. She's leaving. I wouldn't have thought that because she said, I'm fine. I'm just not really feeling well. You don't think somebody's about to go travel?
No.
So yeah.
It's like okay.
And I actually kind of. It's the first time you're probably going to ever hear me say this. I kind of don't get why Gizelle was, I don't know, because Ashley said Gizelle is blaming, Katie kind of forced her to say what she said, not forced her, but kind of like she didn't spark the conversation up by herself, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like she incited her to say it, I guess is what she's trying to say. Like I wasn't there by myself. She said some things and it kind of pushed me and we pushed him. But she did have a change of heart, so that's good. Like she apologized and for her part in it. A little bit. Did she apologize?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all the truth. Right now, I'm just Team Katie. Okay.
Yeah, I know. We love Katie.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm Team Katie.
That's it.
Well, I'm Team everybody, but I love Katie.
That's it. Y'all can fight me on that one.
Yeah.
I want to say something to everybody out there who is watching. I want to give you a special announcement. And I want you guys to take this to heart. I want you to write it down, put it somewhere in your phone, write it in your calendar, put it somewhere where you can always remind yourself. Fireball shots are the worst.
Devil. They're the devil.
Okay? Oh. Every time I see somebody doing that stuff on TV, I just want to get them. Like, stop doing that. Listen, if you want an instant headache, if you ever feel like you want an instant headache, have like 3 fireball shots the night before and see what happens.
Do you know, I heard someone say they do fireball shots because it's like a breath mint and a thing at the same time. It's disgusting. And it burns going down. I know you guys all know. It burns going down. And what is fireball? Like, is it it's a liqueur.
I'm about to break the fourth wall. Hold on.
We have fireball?
No. If you ever feel like that Fireball is going to be the thing you need to save your breath, just try these. Altoid cinnamon. Okay? Just do that. Nobody got time for these headaches. Okay, I'm sorry.
They really are the devil. If you've ever tried one, you know it just burns going. It's exactly what it is. It's fire. And then you don't feel good afterwards.
Can we talk really quickly about Karen sucking on her finger? Like, I was like...
She was into it. She gave them a full-on tutorial.
Here's the thing that we don't see. I think it's always shocking and we're always like... because it's like, we kind of consider Karen sort of to be the mother of the group.
She's very classy, very...
You know what I'm saying? So when we see her talking about, you know, kissing and showing the tongue movement and, you know, just doing sexual things, it's like, ooh, oh, okay.
It's like watching your parents do sexual things, right?
Yeah, and I don't mean that in a shady way.
No, not shady. It's just sort of like you think of your parents like, you know, I don't think of you having sex. I don't want to think of it.
And because she comes across like the mother of the group and she calls herself the grand dame, it's kind of like that's the position that we expect her to continue to portray. Yeah. Okay? But actually, it's probably fun for the ladies because we actually do get to see a different side of Karen.
Boy, I like drunk Karen.
I like her too. I like her too. Fireball.
Drunk Karen can hang out with me any day.
Fireball shots will do that. Okay, so here's my other favorite moment, and this is probably the biggest moment of the night. The ladies are heading back from their boozy dinner, where they've had shots on shots on shots on shots on shots on shots on shots, and next thing you know, everything and everybody is bonding, and Ashley's like, "Oh, girl, Karen, you are so much fun." Karen says, "I am. But I gotta be real with you.
Oh Lord.
Michael is not innocent just because the case was dismissed. I need for him to be vindicated." I was like, oh.
Here we go.
What? This came out of nowhere. And Karen also said this when she thought that they were not being filmed anymore. But then the cameras quickly showed us the producers walking in behind them, going to the lobby and filming the entire
There's no
thing.
way they're gonna miss that. There's no way because we know that Ashley's going to defend her husband.
Right. Okay. Now, let's get into the nitty gritty of what was said. Because Karen is basically saying, because she is a survivor of rape, that for her, this takes on a different tone because just because the case was dismissed and Michael then went back on TV and admitted that there was physical contact, she, in her mind, interprets that as, well, yeah, he still touched somebody. And I think that's the case for a lot of us.
And then they said, why would he say, don't do that if it was just an innocent brush against?
Right. So my thing is this. I agree with Karen. Now, Karen's intentions were for Ashley's sake. I get that.
Her timing.
But I think it was her probably timing.
Yeah.
But I appreciate a housewife who can keep it real in the moment.
Yeah.
And that's what Karen felt, and she gave her truth, which is that I'm coming to like this whole different level of appreciation for Karen. Because I admired the fact that she did that. She kept it real despite the fact that it was gonna get ugly.
Yeah.
And she just said what she had to say. And I feel like that makes a really, really good housewife to me in my book. But I'm team Karen on this one. I do think that her delivery might have been...
And the fact that she was inebriated.
Yeah, because we all know that a drunk discussion never goes well. Like
no,
that.
even though what did they say? A drunk heart speaks a sober mind.
Ooh.
Yeah, or drunk mind, whatever it is. But basically, you tell the truth whenever, or how you really feel when you are drunk. And it just escalated more and more and more. And then I saw Ashley see red and just go like, yeah.
Yeah, so Ashley went in. They went in on each other.
And then how about Candiace is calming Ashley down? This is a change of events.
And then to see Robyn basically, and I think a lot of people's perception about Robyn this season has really changed a lot because
mine has.
I think a lot of people at a certain point in time might have thought that she was boring in the terms of Housewives, but Robyn is a much needed.
She's kind of the glue
person because she is very much the glue that really kind of holds the friend group together. And I really like that she kind of reins the girls in, you know, and they need that. They really, really need that, because if left to their own devices, they would be off to the races, okay? Off to the races. So anyway, my questions to you guys is, one, are you team Katie or team Ashley on this, right? Whose side are you on? Do you think that Katie was in the wrong, or do you think that Ashley was in the wrong? And then, are you guys team Karen or team Ashley? Do you think that just because his case was dismissed that makes him innocent? Do you think that he had physical contact with this guy inappropriately? And then, or are you team Ashley, that Karen should have kept her mouth shut, that they were on a good path? What do y'all think? Let us know down in the comments. Make sure to follow Riley Knox on Instagram and YouTube at Riley Knox. Watch her latest video. It's a getting to know me video. Guys, subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell button so you don't miss any content. And then follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and we will see you in
the next video.
Boom.